This is a daunting task. Hold on, Trace. We decided to try pulling the nails instead of just cutting them off so they fall through. And they're actually pulling out. Welcome back to Life the Wild Ride. Today we are going to be doing several things, but one of them is finishing up removing the nails that held down the plywood. We've got this side all done here. We're just doing some last minute cleaning up around the last little bit of floor we pulled out there. But now the task really is to get all these nails out that are sticking up, so we can sweep everything up and start from there. And let me just turn the camera around and show you some of the work we're going to be doing to the floor. Alright, as I've said before, we're building this like it's going to be our retirement home, and I don't want to be worrying about water coming up through. So after getting everything tore out and cleaned up as best we can to start, we already knew that there was a few spots we had to work on, and here's some, typical around the wheel well where the wheel is shooting up snow and salt and mud and dirt over the years. Then of course it rusts out. We're going to cut all this out of here, take this rubber off the wheel well, weld a piece of steel in here, and either bend it and weld it all the way up to here, or have them butt up to each other and weld it, and of course fix over there. You can see back here it's a little bit worse, and this is one of the areas that we're going to be fixing a beam underneath before we seal this up, and we can reach it underneath the bus as well and make sure it's all good and solid. And we're going to weld again some solid steel in here, and we're going to be doing that with this other wheel well as well, even though this one's not nearly as bad. We're still going to be doing the same thing, front and back, clean up all this rust, weld in some very thick rugged steel. I know I have some stuff laying around here. It's going to work good for that. And then we have a few spots on the floor here that we're going to be patching, as well as this corner back here. And that corner over there is not rotted through, but I'm going to dig out everything I can and weld in some new steel anyways, so it's not a future issue going forward. After that, we will treat this whole floor with a rust killer. I'm going to find the best stuff I can, seal it, and then we will seal all of these holes, and we'll show you that process, and then we will paint the floor. But today we'll just be working on a few of these spots here, probably cutting out some of this old rusty metal, and of course, like I said, finish up pulling out these nails. Alright, so you can see we're making some progress here. I am cutting out the jagged, rusty stuff. This stuff here is rusty, but it's still solid. So I cut out the stuff that was all rotted. I got a little bit of more work to do here and this edge. But we're gonna, we're cutting it all out to nice solid metal. You can see at the cut line there, it's nice and shiny. We'll get the rest of this out of there, this piece. And then we're gonna weld a piece in across here after we remove this rubber, all the way across here, down, and basically, I'll back up here. It'll go right across here, down, right across here, and all that will be welded with a brand new patch in there, and it'll be solid, and there'll be nothing to worry about. This is one of the cross beams right here that goes across the whole bus, and there is someone in the back there that we have to do some work on. Also working on right here, you can see, I just about have it ready to pop out. I already cut out one piece that was across here, which was this, all rusted. We chopped all that out of there, and now we get ready to pop this piece out here, hopefully. Might still be attached a little bit, but we'll get it eventually. So I gotta get underneath here to do some work, so I gotta cut this off a little bit more here so we can pull this whole section out and see what we got going on. Alright, so you can see somebody has done some work on this already. From underneath, this plate was added. And this is one of the areas that needs some work. You can see this is all rusted here. We're going to cut all this out. And you can see the chipmunks have been in here. We're going to cut all this out. Put new steel in. This beam is still solid here. We just got to fix this plate. And where this is rusted up here, cut out these pieces. I might have to cut this back a little bit more so I can see what we got going here and get it cleaned up. But that's what we're going to be doing. I might be able to just jack this piece up against this beam and weld it in, that plate, and then we'll reseal this. So that's what we're working on at the moment, and eventually we'll get it all sealed up.